Inflewence here, and today I got Mecha Invasion's final members. Actually, this is the first members, but I had to wait for the reissue because I wasn't in when they first came out. So this is Mixer and Loader, and they're great. I actually like these the best, I think. So if I would have got these, I'm kind of glad I got them last, because if I would have got them first, I would have liked the other ones, I think, less. Not that I didn't like them. They were fine. It's just they're not really for me, but I do appreciate them. I wanted to look at them. The price is right. The ease of transformation is still here. These are probably the easiest to transform out of the three, or out of the three sets. There's 6, of course, Constructicons. And the next video I do will be Devastator, and I will show you how to put all of them into combine mode and then combine it into the Devastator. How I do with combiners usually. So let's get it started.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So accessories, you have the gun. The gun fits under here. They always fit under on both, on all of them, not both of these they do, but on all the rest of them they do too. And you just spread these apart.
Subscribe.
And it has little holes in this thing where these little tabs go in, and then the peg goes into this square hole right there. It fits very nicely. Here's his gun. You can see it. Pretty nice short gun. His gun fits as well. It is, where's it at? Inside, if I remember. I believe it's inside. Yeah, it's in there. So I get his gun out doing transformation. It's just easier to do than to break all this apart. And boxes fine. It's not spectacular. Normal box, got some artwork on the front. Nice protected box, and you get the instructions. I didn't even use them. I did look them over just to make sure I was doing stuff right, but I transformed these without even looking at anything. They're super intuitive and super easy. So let's just look at this guy real quick. Really nice. I do like the blue windows. They still all match. I'll show all the vehicles together when I do the combine mode, because I just don't have them in vehicle mode right now, and I'm going to put them in vehicle mode, but I will show all the robots together once I transform these two. So yeah, they got the tempos. I think they're tempos or pad printing, or I'm not sure. I don't know how to tell the difference. I don't know. I always say tempos when I see stuff that's not a sticker that's on there, but it very well could not be that. It could be the pad printing or something else. Nice touches with the caution stuff and all the stuff that would be on vehicles. Oh, this came separate as well, and you just stick it on here. 2 tabs and 2 tab holes. It's like a ladder to get up here to fool with, you know, clogs or whatever. I don't know if you ever used a truck like this, but. And then you have this. I think these two also look closest to what they should look like. Well, I haven't looked at the other ones in a while. But yeah, rubber tires on both. Same thing here. You got all of the caution stuff. These pieces. Nice. Back looks nice. Very nice vehicles. As I was showing, you can move this like that. It will come off. It does double as its feet. These transformations are nice too, as far as the engineering stuff I've never seen before. I know it's the upside down. These are the arms, upside down Devastator. But let's just get into it, because I don't think there's nothing else to say. So we're going to transform this guy first. Pull this up like this, and you can move these right here, move that out, it comes out on the sliding joint right here. You can work it out. This is die cast, so it does give some heft. Then you just flip this around and kind of push it in to keep it. There's a tab that kind of catches the tire. I assume was made that way. There's no tab in the tire, but it's like this tab right here just goes into the tire so it catches. So you can spread these apart. This tabs on to the arms, so you can move this up and then move that out. Creates like the shoulder. Push this down. Face reveal quickly. Now for the legs. Move these apart like that. Then you can move these legs out and slide these together. It slides in order to bring the cab together. But again, move this down, slide this in. There's a peg hole right there that it pegs on great. Then what you do here, you move this right here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Move that up, and then you can move this down. And then you can move this in and then move this back down. It kind of keeps that. And this is the foot. Move the foot out, the spur, and there you go. You can move this around right now if you would like. Same thing over here. Move this thing out. Move this out here. Move this in. Put this back down. And then move the heel spur out. Now, just tab this into the back like that, and then you can move fist tab. I tab this into the back. That's what I was showing. Then you can move these fists out. Then move this down here. And I think that's it. Again, move this fist out. Move this down here. And that's pretty much it. Very quick, easy transformation. Nice looking robot. Only thing I don't like is, and we'll get into it, is the hollowness here. For me, it would seem like something, I thought this was going to fold out to kind of keep this. It does come down sometimes. So here we go with this one. These are the legs. Remove this. They're tabbed on right there. Untab that. And then you can untab. These will probably come off first. And then you untab it from right here. This little die cast piece that kind of keeps everything right there. You can just push that down. There's a little space for it. Then you move that down. Move this down. Same thing. You can move these back down. They become the skirts. Now for this part, you just move that, switch it around, take this piece right here, and then it'll fill in here. Move that down, switch it around, fill in this piece right there. Now you got that. Then what you want to do, take this like this. You can move his head out. It's in here. It's not even really in there, but it's in there enough to stay. Move that out there like that. Now you can move these apart. Move this up. These are the arms. Then you can push this up as well. Move that up. Push the hands up. And then these kind of flip around like that. While they're like this, then you push this piece up. I should say up like that, and up kind of covers this up. So you move it up and move it like that, and then push it there. And then you can move it all the way down. All the way down. This is where his gun is. And what you do is fold up the barrels and you stick it in here. Here's the fist piece. So then you move that fist piece down. Like I said, these are the gun. Move that around like that. and it forms his gun. Nice little pistol. Then you can move this up here. I don't know. I think the fist was like this when it came, and I had it the other way. I don't know if that makes a difference. Oh yeah, it seems to. So if you have the fist, I turned it around myself like this when I was fooling with it. So if you have the fist like that, keep it like this and have the fingers down. I guess it gives just a tad bit more clearance in order for this to go all the way. Now this should tab in easy, and it does. Then you get the arms where you can get the, the elbow, and then you can move these like this before you push them back down. I think when you go backwards, there's certain ways that it doesn't have to be. Like there's like these fists. You can put them almost any way when you're going back. So they end up like that. And last but not least is spin this around. He was looking kind of weird. I think that's it for this. So bring them both in. You can see what they look like. Kind of great. I definitely like these. And let me take, before I do that, these have the gimmick. They have the magnets. Those eyes lights up. If the eyes aren't, if the eyes aren't lit up, it looks dead as normal, as usual when you do stuff like this. Again, you can paint eyes that light up if they use the right paint, but so many companies don't. So let's compare them with the rest of the team. And here's the full team, if you were wondering what they look like. And here's X-Transbots. So they definitely have the size of Masterpiece, but they're just chuggish, ruggish, chunkish looking. So I'm gonna show both of their articulation really quickly. They have similar articulation, so it doesn't matter. You had up, you got down, you can spin his head all the way around. So you can see his face up close. Arms, he has the 90 degrees up. That's cool. Goes all the way around. It's all friction. Has more than 90 elbow. Hand can go up like this if you really need it, and you can spin it once you have it up. But right here it's kind of limited. Doesn't spin. I don't think this goes. Wait, maybe this. Maybe that's just part of the. Yeah, that's probably part of the build. I was wondering. Yeah, so you don't spin. No spin there. Waist 360, which is cool. And he can get an ab crunch. I believe that's the arm bend, but still, you can give it to him. Skirts go up. Ratchets to the side to get the splits. Always great. And they're a small enough tooth, I think, to be okay. Well, I guess maybe not. Some people would have an issue. Like you can get it here, which is why they don't put ratchets out. Let me try it. There you go. Get it together like that. And then the next tooth, which I'm fine with, is here. Some people may say that's, too far, depending on what type of pose you want. Then the next tooth is like this. So this is way far. Now, you could get mad dynamic pose and all of that and have it far. But I know people would have an issue with that, which is why they don't put ratchets on the going out a lot because of that. Where were we? Thigh swivel right here. Knee joint is double jointed, and you can get the full thing. I do like the way it looks. This is good rocker right here, and you can get the foot down like this and up like that, and it spins around. So pretty good articulation. Let me go through other guy's articulation real quick. I think it's pretty much the same. His head does have some limits because of this thing. It can get around, but like I said, that thing does limit it a little bit. But then you get a lot of side to side. You can get down, you can get up. You got friction around. Again, you can get this. If you have it right, you can get it 90 degrees. More than 90 on the elbow, which is good. Hand, I'm gonna do this one. You can go in and out, do the transformation. It doesn't spin though. No spin on the hand, and of course no functioning fingers. Waist, spin around, same. Ratchets out, same. Ratchets back and forth, so you get the splits and the hurdles. Knee, double jointed again, and you can get way, way up. It does hit this, but you can, like I showed, you can get around it. Thigh swivel is good. Ankle has a rocker about this much, and it rocks out as well. You can get toe tilt down. You can get tilt for the heel spur down, and you get toe tilt a little bit up. And I did show the rocker, no side to side. Yeah, that's it for this review. These guys are great. What they did in the amount of time that they did it in, and I'll talk about this during the Devastator review too. But the amount of money these things cost, which was minuscule compared to any figure that comes out, Chug or whatever, Chug, Legends, whatever. Like 2 figures for 80 bucks, that's $40 a figure, just about. And I mean, plus tax or whatever. But to get a whole combiner that is nice looking, you can transform it, easy transformations, but not easy where it's like stupid. I think they have good engineering, and the transformations are, you can go back and forth from vehicle to, I'm not sure, I didn't do the combine mode yet, so I don't know how easy that is, but vehicle to robot and robot to vehicle are simple as I don't know what. So there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for the price, a lot to be said for what's here and how much you get. The lights, the batteries, they include the batteries, lights in the eyes. Just, it's a lot for the money. And it makes you think, like, what are these other companies doing? Now, I know nothing about this company. I don't know, maybe they stole their designs. Maybe the designs are made before, long time ago. Stuff didn't come in fruition, so they didn't have to put as much into it. Now, I don't know. I don't know the ins and out. Maybe it's a secondary company that just, they're doing this with maybe cheaper plastics, because the plastic is a little cheaper, but it's not like, I can't even say KO plastics. KOs have good plastics now, but it's not, I can't explain. You can tell the plastics ain't like super quality. Like, it ain't Fans Toys, X-Transbots, that type of plastic, but it's not too far from it. So I don't want you to get the wrong idea if you're staying this far, because I understand if you did not. However, yeah, I don't want to keep repeating myself with the same points. Y'all get it. But yeah, this is big. Rubber tires. Like, there's a lot here for the money. So it's definitely recommend. I don't know what else to say. All right, so catch my Devastator review, and I'll get up with y'all in another one.
Life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.